Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick video on the best way to utilize the Spinorama in NHL 22. If you don't know, there are two ways to use it. There's the automatic way and then there's the manual way. So the automatic way is just tapping L2 on PlayStation or LT on Xbox, and you'll spin in the direction of which your player is skating, right? So depending on where you're skating with the left stick. So in this example here, I'm skating to the right side with a left-handed shot. I'm going to tap L2, and then they'll spin to protect the puck on the backhand side like that. If I was skating in from the right side here, they'll do a forehand spin to where whenever they complete the spin, they'll be on their forehand side. So the other way of doing this is the manual way. So I think this way is a little bit better because you can protect the puck prior to the spin. So how to do this is whenever you hold the puck, like let's say you're skating down on a rush, and you want to control the puck on your backhand side, you hold in L2, right? So right stick to the right side here, hold in L2, and then you rotate your right stick in the opposite direction down. So right here, I want to spin to the middle of the ice, hold in L2, rotate the stick the opposite direction. Like I said, I think this is a better way just because you have that added puck protection prior to the spin, and then you're able to get to the middle of the ice. Same thing on the other side, right? If I was skating down on like a 2-on-1, I want to spin to the middle, manual spin. You could get the same spin doing the automatic way, but you just get that added puck protection prior to the pass or prior to the shot. So I'm going to go through a few in-game examples on when to use this and why it's effective. This first example here is a good reason why I prefer the manual method to spinning compared to the automatic one. So I'll go through this clip a few times just to go over a couple things. First off, you're able to see, like, I'm able to protect the puck prior to the spin. The way the defenseman was playing, he's trying to poke the puck, but I'm able to get that protection right prior to the spin, so there's less of a chance that I actually lose it before I can pass it. Second, I'm able just to control it a little bit more and decide when I want to spin, right? Another great thing is that it changes the direction or I guess the point of attack where the pass is coming from. If I make that pass and I don't spin, there's a good chance it doesn't get through, right? It's either blocked by the defenseman, it might not even get through the crease where the goalie is. And also another thing that I think this does well is that if you're skating slow behind the net, like right on your backhand, they probably don't think that pass is coming. They might give up once they see you going behind the net. So it kind of surprises opponents. It's something to mix in a few times a game, right? So maybe if you do that 2 or 3 times, instead of making that spin, you take it around the net and do a wraparound or something like that, right? So there's a few benefits to doing it this way. And it's just one small thing to add to your game. This play here, I'm actually going to skip the pass and take the shot. And you can do this based on what you see your opponent doing, right? So leading into this goal, I see that my opponent's controlling the opposite side defenseman instead of controlling the player that's actually closest to the puck controller, right? So if I make that pass, there is a chance it gets intercepted because that's who he's covering. So whenever I see this, right, the AI defenseman's there, you can just do the spin and shoot far side, and it's a very high percentage goal. It goes in a lot, right? So I think in this instance here, he interfered with his goalie a little bit, but it still probably would have went in regardless. This clip here is another example of taking the shot instead, but the opponent's actually playing defense one-on-one, and I'm going to show you why this works, right? So going through the clip again, he actually has like a little bit too much speed in getting back, right? He should have played a little bit more passive. When you're coming down on a rush like this and you have speed, you can just do a spin to the middle, shoot far side, and it'll go in a lot, right? So similar to the second clip I showed, but instead of him controlling the opposite side defenseman, he's actually playing one-on-one defense. And you can kind of see, I think, when to initiate the spin depending on the opponent's positioning, right? So he's almost like even with me, maybe a little bit ahead. So whenever you do that spin to the inside, you should be able to beat him. And he goes for the hit here, he misses. But we went over, passing and shooting from that spin. It's a great thing to add to your game, especially if you're somebody that just comes down on like a 2-on-2 or 2-on-1 and just goes for the simple cross crease a lot. And then if you want to see what strategies I use, I have a link to my Discord in the description of this video. I post my updated strategies in there and any other updates, and there's a lot of people that talk HUD a lot. So feel free to join that if you want to reach out to me. Probably an easier way to reach out, but thank you for watching. I hope this helps you a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to add a comment below. Thank you.